writer.
Okay.
And here we go. This is Mike Lodge. I am the business advisor. It's a beautiful morning this morning. I tell you, South Carolina is a great place to live. Yes, it does get a little bit hot during the summertime, and it gets cold during the wintertime. But if you look outside and you see the beautiful green, it's vibrant green outside, in a slower pace of life than it is in Los Angeles, where I used to live, you have to be thankful. You have to say, okay, I got to back off and just enjoy what I'm seeing and experience the slower living mode that we have here in South Carolina. Yes, we do a lot of work here. We get things done. But we sit back and we relax, especially on the weekends. Weekends are when you go to the lake, you go up to the cabin, you do all sorts of different things. You can even drive over to the ocean and do a little fishing if you want to, or just lay on the beach. We have beautiful beaches here in South Carolina. So, I used to live in Los Angeles, and Los Angeles really does have everything, and it also has a lot of people, a lot of crime, a lot of high taxes, a lot of everything that's negative. But when you come here to South Carolina, it's a good life. I'm telling you, it's a good life. It's a good move for me. Do I miss California? Yeah, because it was my home. It is where I was born. So we'll always be home. It even feels good when I fly back. It feels like home. But I can't live there anymore because it's just gotten too bad. I was thinking last night, and I was having a conversation with a friend. And we're getting older, okay? We are at that age where it's time to retire almost. But we were thinking about, as we get older, we can say anything. And people are not going to come back at us. I mean, some people will, but most of the time, our wisdom is so grand, at least that's what we tell ourselves, that people usually just sit there and listen. I was reading something this morning, and the title of it is called A 71-Year-Old Dad Shares the 22 Most Useful Life Lessons, not such as how much to pay, how much to tip, in handling rude people. So I thought I would go through it with you this morning because I found it extremely good. I mean, that's 71 years old. And even at my age, we have good tips for you guys. You just need to listen. You just, what you really need to do, ask. It will tell you. So we'll go through his tips here. Tip number 1, how to talk to people. Listening is a superpower. When talking to someone you love, keep asking them, is there more? Until there is no more. Number 2, how to learn from people. If you're the smartest person in the room, you're in the wrong room. Hang out with and learn from people smarter than yourself. Even better, find smart folks who will disagree with you. I agree with that. Number 3, how to be interesting. The more you are interested in others, the more interesting they'll find you. Number 4, how to save money. Live as cheaply as you can when you're young. For at least 6 months, own as little as possible. Live in a tiny room and eat beans and rice. This way, anytime you have to risk something in the future, you won't be afraid of the worst case scenario. Number 5, how to earn respect. Be honest about your faults. Nothing elevates a person higher than taking responsibility. Number 6, how to handle rude people. Treat their behavior like an affliction or illness they have. This will make it easier to have empathy towards them, which can soften the conflict. Number 7, how to find your passion. The best way to start is to be an expert on one thing. Through mastery, you'll command a viewpoint of steadily find where your bliss is. Number 8, how to raise confident kids. Reinforce the sense of belonging to a family. Articulate exactly what is distinctive about your family. Your kids should be able to proudly say, our family does XYZ. Number 9, how to raise smart kids. When they ask an endless string of why questions, don't answer all of them. The smartest reply is, I don't know, what do you think? Number 10, how to buy and sell stock. If you are buying stock, the person selling it thinks it's worth less than you do. If you're selling, they think it's worth more than you do. Each time you're ready to buy or sell stock, ask yourself, what do I know that they don't? Number 11, how to spend wisely. Select a few interests that you can gleefully splurge on. In fact, be all around thrifty so that you can splurge on your passions. Number 12, how much to tip? As long as the experience was pleasant, always tip at least between 15 to 20%. And if you stop to listen to a musician for more than a minute, you owe them $1. Number 13, how to be resilient. There are 3 things you need in life: the ability to not give up on something until it works, the ability to give up on something that doesn't work, and the trust in other people to help you distinguish between the two. Number 14, how to boost your salary. The best time to negotiate a salary for a new job is the moment they say they want you and not before. Then it becomes a game of chicken for each side to name an amount first, but it is to your advantage to get them to give a number before you do. Number 15, how to identify imposter syndrome. When you create things that only you with your unique talents and experiences can do, then you are absolutely not an imposter. You are the ordained. It is your destiny to work on things that only you can do. Number 16, how to be happy. Unhappiness comes from wanting what other people have. Happiness comes from wanting what you already have. Number 17, how to get better at public speaking. Watch a recording of yourself speaking. It will be shocking and painful, but it's the best way to improve. Number 18, how to give a proper apology. Express genuine empathy with the other person. Take responsibility and offer a remedy to fix things. Number 20, how to make good decisions. Ask yourself, which choice will pay off now more than later? The easy choice pays off right away, but the best choice will pay off at the end. Number 21, how to measure wealth. It's not by the things you can buy, but by the things that no money can buy. And then number 22, how to pick the right advice. Advice like these are not laws. They are simply hats. If one doesn't fit, try another. So as I read that this morning, I thought, you know what? Everything that he said is correct. I couldn't change anything on his list of advice. Now, a lot of you are much smarter than me, and you can add on to that. You can add on items that pertain to your life, not other people's lives. Stop judging other people. Start judging what you're doing. And focus on what things that you need to, or what aspects of life that you need to change. Hang around. He's absolutely right when he says, hang around with smarter people. Because they are the ones that you listen to, and you can get some good, life-changing advice. I love smart people. I like to have the conversations with them. And if they're even better than me at debating, I love to debate them. I love to talk about the things that are affecting our life and what needs to change. I look at my life and I know there's lots of things I need to change. Procrastination is one of them. I am the worst procrastinator that you've seen. And I talk to other people about stop procrastinating. I have even written 2 books where I have put that in there that procrastination is unethical. So procrastination is something that I need to work on. My ability to communicate, I also work on every single day. That's why I do this podcast. So I know how to communicate well enough so that people understand what I'm talking about, or what I'm trying to express. And the most thing that I have really worked on for the last several years now is the art of listening. As a mediator, I have to listen. I have to listen to both sides. And I have to find common ground that we can come to a fair ending, a fair part of their dispute that they can both agree on. But it's that art of listening. Listen and listen and keep asking, is there any more? Is there any more? Is there any more? Tell me, until finally they said that I have nothing more. At least everything's out on the table so that we can talk about it. Listening is the most difficult form of being a human being there is. Because a lot of us are listening and we are forming our response immediately. We are listening and forming a response to conquer the conversation. But we're not listening to understand what the other side is feeling and saying. So this 71-year-old guy who wrote this, and I'm going to put the link down below so that you all have a copy of it, is so very important to our daily lives. Listen, if you would like to sit down with me and have a business coaching session confidentially on any issue that you need, you can go to my website at www.lodge.co.com and you can book an appointment with me online. If you have a business question, send it to me at thebusinessadvisor at gmail.com. thebusinessadvisor at gmail.com. Everybody go out and have a great day. Love you guys. Talk with you soon. Bye-bye.
Thank you for your grace, your amazing grace. Thank you for the way that you forgive me every day. Thank you for your grace, your amazing grace. Great is your mercy. Thank you for your grace. How could I breathe without